Hi, it's Dawn. I've definitely been feeling the energy today. And so I thought I'd take a little look at what Venus has to say for us right now, because she is already started her retrograde. And I got out my Mythic Tarot deck, which I only do on these really special occasions where I feel like there's something that's supposed to be coming through in particular. And since Venus retrograde is very much about that story of Persephone and being taken down to the underworld and then coming back out as the queen of the underworld. So it's very interesting. Ooh, we have things volunteering already. Okay, so what does Venus want to tell us today? And I'm very interested to see what I see that this card has come out. It's called Deep Freeze. I'm trying to let the cards volunteer if they can. Deep Freeze. Oh, well, no. Okay, I'll take this one. This is called Flying. Flying. See the maze down below? Yeah, stay out of that maze. That's where the Minotaurs are. So this is the Oracle deck called the Map Colette Baron Reed deck. Her decks are always so imaginative. Okay. Boy, the Oracle cards want to talk today. So let's see what we got. So I showed you Deep Freeze Flying. Then we have Bone Collector. Ride the Wave. They all wanted to come out. I mean, and normally I don't take this many, but I feel like they all want to storm fields. Yeah, no kidding. Storm fields. Storm coming. And Wizards of Awareness. Look at that in the background. Very interesting. So let's take a look at this Deep Freeze energy. So I want some cards. We're just going to address this Deep Freeze energy. What is Deep Freeze trying to tell us? Deep Freeze. Interesting. Deep Freeze, Deep Freeze. From Venus, messages from Venus. Okay, they're going to want me to, they decided they want me to deal. Okay, I will deal. All right. There's such, they're not a super thick card stock. This is one of the original decks from like the 1980s. Here, this wants to come out. Three of Cups. Deep Freeze. This is the story of Psyche and Eros and the Three of Cups being offered up. He took her to an island, right? And it's a beautiful story. But I will feel like this Three of Cups is that celebration energy, right? Do not get in this despair mode of a deep freeze where you feel like you can't move very far. I mean, in this particular one, the lion is very much kind of caught out in the cold, not, it's just like, I can't do nothing. I'm stuck. Well, celebrate with friends then. I do feel like that's what we have to do. We have this really world-changing astrology taking place within the next 6 weeks, where it's imminent. So what I want to do now is look at flying, this flying card. And she is flying over this maze energy. I love that, flying. And it's butterfly wings, right? Instead of bird wings on this Pegasus, flying. Keeping above the confusion. Oh, yeah, that's the message. Keeping above the confusion. Sometimes you just wait for that stuff to come in. Oh, what? What? Okay, hang on. It almost wanted to bounce out, so hang on. Sometimes they, all right, you, okay. The Emperor. Yes, people who think that they're in control, right? There are so many messages coming out about world leadership changing. And I think that is why we've gotten this message of flying. The message is that go with the flow, that this is the emperor. The emperor has no clothes. It's all changing. Who used to be in charge isn't going to be in charge anymore. And the energy of that needs to be allowed to play out. What does this one to come out for? This wants to come out for, oh, bone collector, bone collector. And this is the Fool energy. It's just like we are getting a brand new mission, brand new start, brand new everything. And this is, well, no wonder this came out, because it was sneaking out. I'm like, well, does this go with this? Apparently, yes, because this is a number 1 card. And this is a number 0 card. The Fool is 0. New beginnings, new beginnings. So I do want to look at this bone collector briefly, because I think there's some specific. Oh, yep. Okay. We'll touch on this quickly then. When the bone collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever you're wounded, especially when you're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation similar to the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by the perception of limitation. What I'm also going to say is this. We have not seen what is possible. We are only judging what's coming on what has happened in the past, because what is coming has never happened before. And some people, like online and different readers and different psychics, are like, oh, the aliens are coming. Okay. Nothing could surprise me. You know, it's this energy of, and Venus is, I still think, here giving the messages. Things are changing. It's not going to be the same way before. Oh, they're okay. Another war is coming. And think of it this way. We're currently in a trade war with Canada, which I would never have imagined in my wildest dreams. And Mexico, again, never imagined. So, and that's who we're in a trade war with. Oh, you want to come out very badly. Okay, gotcha. Sometimes the cards are like, me. Ride the wave. Ride the wave. 14. And what I love that came out with this 14 card, you'll see that there is something on the very back of that dolphin. It's the 3 of Wands came out with it. And in many decks, that is waiting for your ship to come in. Ride the wave. It's not going to be like you thought it was. You are going to get this wave of energy, and it's not going to be how things were done in the past. I think we are going to be able to have very quick manifestation energy. Your ship will come in. You just have to trust it. Trust it. Start trusting the power that you have within you. So this next one is coming up, storm fields. And what I said on our live for Spiritual View was Venus is retrograde, lasts for 40 days and 40 nights. And she was conjunct on the new moon in Aquarius, an exact conjunction at 25 degrees of Pisces, that to the minute of this Iris, which is the rainbow goddess. And I got meditating on that, and and then Iris then traveled with Venus all the way to where she was about to retrograde. So she was basically in a conjunction with it the whole time, not perfected, but within just a couple of degrees. So it's still conjunction. And guess what happens on this eclipse? The one that's in Virgo. Iris is conjunct Chiron by degree. So healing messages are going to be coming in. And the best way to explain Iris is that she is not what she's the messenger. She just says, oh, by the way, Pluto wants to talk to you. And Pluto gives you the message, but she's the facilitator. She has been activated. So look in your natal chart and look at what is going on with the current energies of the transits. Because this 40 days and 40 nights of Venus retrograde matches the 40 days and 40 nights of rain that happened in the Bible. Noah, storm fields. Yes, there's a storm coming. Absolutely. So what does Venus have to say about the storm coming? What does Venus have to say about the storm coming in? Oop, that's not right. This one just literally jumped. It just jumped. I do like this card. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. We can work with the dragon. I think this is more about, some people think, oh, they're fighting the dragon together. I'm thinking that dragon is actually, I'm a huge fan of dragons, right? You can tell. There's my beautiful cane dragon right there. 5 of Wands. I feel like this dragon is going to be helpful. They're not really trying to fight it. I think they're trying to work with it and give it its own sovereignty. I drew a card out the other day that was the divine dragon, meaning the dragon chooses you. There's dragons out there that recognize what's individual in each of us in order to fight these storms that are coming, right? Use your dragon magic. Everybody's got it. You just need to sink into it. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. And then this Wizard of Awareness is coming. We're going to figure it out. We are going to figure it out, right? So I want some cards for this. And, I'll take 3. I'll take 3 from the Mythic Tarot deck here. Okay, there's one, the Hierophant. Ooh, 3 came out. Let's show you what they are. So here you have the Wizard of Awareness, very knowledgeable person. Well, guess what showed up? The Hierophant, a very knowledgeable person. This is someone who has authority, like someone that would be in a church. But I'm really getting, in this particular one, it's like, not so much, because this is somebody that's, actually in a cave and it's got a crown, but still, I feel like the leadership isn't the leadership. It doesn't look like leadership that's been in the past, right? Still has a crown on, but it's different. 9 of Swords with the 3 fates, right? 9 of Swords, things that are getting in your head. Yeah, I truly believe that we're going to be worried about things. I think we can safely release a vast amount of that worry because we're basing our fears on how things have happened in the past. And that paradigm isn't working anymore. Things are going to completely change. And things have to break down and be not rebuilt. That's not the word I want, because brings back the feeling of again, and it's not something that gets built again. It's something that is completely different. So you can't base your thinking on what has happened in the past. You just have to be open to what is going to be happening in the future and be very, very flexible about things. Because the Ace of Swords is coming. This is the truth. This is very, if you want a picture of what Pallas Athena looks like, there's your picture right there. Venus. Venus. By the time we get done with this retrograde of Venus, and she's gone into her exaltation in Pisces and is met up with the North Node in Saturn, all of those things. Once she's done that, she's going to come out so much stronger. And then she's going to be meeting up with Neptune and Aries, and she's going to be sextiling Pluto, and she's going to retouch her star point. Basically, that's the Venus Cazimi with the Sun, the conjunction that happens. And that conjunction, Venus retrogrades every 18 to 19 months. And Venus touches the Sun every 9.5 months. What does that remind you of? Something new is being birthed, right? So I do want to look up this Wizard of Awareness, this 3, because there's something here. When I first saw it, I thought, well, that is absolutely a beautiful card. So let's look at this Wizard of Awareness. Your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. Very much that energy of taking a step back. When you feel like you're being overwhelmed, stop and take a step back and look at it from an outside perspective. Thoughts are based on what has happened to us in the past. So you can't allow your thinking, your mind to rule things for you. You have to be in that energy of everything is working out for me. I just have to watch what's going on out here in a time where things are changing. Things will continue to change. I need to be adaptable and not freak out. That's what the 9 of Wands was telling us. You don't freak out about this because you don't know what the answer is. You can't possibly know what the answer is to what's going on in the world. That will unfold on its own. But I do want to, because I love dragons, I'm going to pull one last card from For the Love of Dragons. It's a beautiful deck. I will ask for a volunteer. I will ask for a volunteer to come out, and it did. Oh, we are working with the Sword of Truth, the Dragon Sword. Truths will be coming out. But there's going to be a lot of nonsense and lies too. Because there's always dark and light out there, always. You're never, ever going to have all of one or all of the other. So the Dragon Sword is the number 2 card. And I feel, we're going to get to the truth, but things have to come out first. You can't have the truth if you don't have all the facts. Allow things to unfold. There's going to be a lot of misinformation, and I mean a lot of misinformation. Mercury is going to be meeting up with Venus retrograde. And when that happens in Aries, there'll be a lot of angry words. There'll be a lot of things that you have to be in personal life. Be very careful what you say. And I have been fighting that myself. I'm like, You know, when you get that little feisty thing in your head, things like just the perfect comeback or something. And I stopped myself and I went up into the observer and I was like, you know what? Why am I doing that? I'm allowing um, the energy of the moment that doesn't serve me to control me. And I stopped it. I was like, this is so dumb. This is not me. This is not who I am anymore. You know, it's like no need, no need to go there. The dragon sword. The sword of truth doesn't just cut with its blade. It also cuts with words. Consider your words carefully and then tell the truth. Dragons may be many things, but liars they are not. If you want to soar to your full potential and dominate your personal space with a wingspan of power, share your truth. It will set you and others free, even if it bites. Thank you for my little Venus message, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.